Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Key with Hook 'em Reptiles. Another video here. It's been a long time coming. I've told you guys in the last couple of clutch cuttings that we were going to be getting back into the videos as well, not just the clutch cuttings. And here we are. So we're going to start this video on an amazing note, okay? So like for me as a ball python breeder, this is the most anticipated clutch of the entire season for us here. The only thing that I would say would be better than this clutch right here in front of me is if I had chances to produce the triple visual monsoon DG clown, which we still have those chances, and we have two females that are starting to build for chances of that. We have our pastel DG clown het monsoon boy, who is our holdback earlier this year. He's already got sperm plugs, he's already locking, and then I think we just held back a DG krypton het monsoon male as well. And then obviously we have the father of those two, which is our clown double het monsoon DG, still breeding. So we have our chances. But again, this is clutch in front of us right now, and this is more like holy shit, like it's here because I spent the money. So I bought, if you guys remember back way whenever I was actually uploading shit, which has been a long time, I bought Jason Kittinger's Hypo DG puzzle project, and he came here, recorded the video, dropped him off. He drove in from Florida. Great guy. Jason's a great guy. Shortly after that, he ended up selling most of his collection. Well, again, we picked up his Hypo DG puzzle project, and we picked up a female chocolate triple het Hypo DG puzzle. We picked up a female inchy chocolate Hypo double het DG puzzle. We picked up an orange dream yellow belly Hypo double het DG puzzle, and then we picked up the male, which is a chocolate Hypo double het DG puzzle. And since then, the male has had over 40 eggs now. He is, I want to say, 43 now, 43 to 40. So he's produced 43 babies. 40 of those 43 have been chocolate. Excuse me. So he's not super chocolate. Didn't buy him a super chocolate, but his genetics are insane. Like 40 out of the 43 babies he's produced have proved chocolate, which is wild to me. And on top of that, I would say well over 85% of his babies have tested het puzzle, which is even crazier. I'm telling you guys, I'm not a super firm believer up until this point of like a genetic powerhouse per se. Like when you talk about dogs and other things, there's certain genetics that seem to pass over more than others. And when we talk about pinstripe and pastel and those things and spider, they seem to take over more in a way on your clutches. And I'm telling you, I think there's definitely some genetics to be had here that's like really, really strong. And I don't know if you guys know anything about Jason Kittinger, but he does have a lot of really, really nice chocolate stuff. And like I said, just so happened that I picked up his Hypo DG puzzle stuff and all of it had chocolate in it. So we're really, really strong in chocolate, guys. We've got a chocolate puzzle double het DG Hypo male that we held back from earlier this season that's starting to breed now. We actually just hit a chocolate Hypo DG het puzzle, which is wild. And then in that same clutch, we hit a female chocolate Hypo DG het puzzle, and then we hit a female DG Hypo het puzzle. So again, crazy odds from one clutch. But I'm just telling you, that male is a beast, and he's actually going to be for sale probably in the next month or so. I'm going to wait until the chocolate puzzle double het boy gets really, really rocking. He's plenty big. He's almost 1,000 grams. His son is just an absolute beast. But I want him to be locking, or I have no worries in the world about potentially letting go of the dad, because I'm telling you, this clutch is right in front of me that I'm about to show you is from the dad. So the dad sired this clutch, which, like I was just saying, when you're talking about genetics, he's had very, very strong influence on genetics, and I'm really, fingers crossed, I'm really hoping that maybe, I get really lucky on this clutch, because you guys know I've been screwed on puzzle. I was one of the first ones to get into Stranger puzzle. I was actually the second one, and the male I bought ended up not being Stranger. A year down the drain, lost all that stuff. I was going to be one of the first guys, or I think it was second or third guy to get into Stranger, into clown and pied. Bought that male, no puzzle, no Stranger. Had to wait almost a year to get the puzzle male from him that didn't end up being puzzle. It was just, I've been through the ringer, guys, and you guys know my monsoon project has been absolutely, shafted. We bought, Jonathan and I bought probably $60,000+ worth of monsoon stuff, and maybe a quarter of it ended up actually being hit. Anyway, long story. I've been shafted in this industry quite a bit. And it feels good to finally be slowly just creeping back up to where I think I should be, even though I really feel if I wouldn't have got screwed, we could have definitely been a lot further along. But hey, that's the beauty of this industry, is you learn who to work with and who not to work with, just by their actions and how they hold themselves and how they, they handle deals and problems. And on top of all that, you grow, which is where we are at now. I made all the stuff that's in these racks behind you that's holdbacks. I've made that. That's just from me. I didn't buy that. I made that. And it was hard. I had to make it from pos heads. I had to test things. I had to spend, I probably spent in the last, 2.5 seasons, 3 seasons, well over 10 grand in shed testing, through Charlie, I would say, if everything was evened out. Because, even before Charlie had the new Phenom, way before that, I was shed testing with him and paying him directly. And I know there were some really hefty seasons in there. I think 2 of them that were, I was spending a lot of money with him. And so now, it's just gotten even more. Obviously you're going to still have to shed test things, which I have no problem. I love giving Charlie my business. I think he's great. I think that company's great. But it just goes to prove that, it all comes around eventually. It just sucks that sometimes, we get screwed on certain projects by people, whether or not it's on purpose or not, and it sets you back. And again, that's kind of where we are now, and we're slowly working our way back up. And this clutch right here in front of me is going to be hopefully the clutch that sets us apart from the pack and gives us our recognition that I feel like I deserve. I feel like I've invested enough money in this hobby. I've done enough for this hobby, in the time I've been here, that I think it's my time to shine a little bit. I'm not saying, I got to get lucky and hit 7 for 7 on Hypo DG puzzles, little sneak peek. But, if I could hit 1, I'd be happy. Just 1. But yeah, guys, anyway, like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on here. We've hit some crazy mails in the Hypo DG Puzzle project. We've hit some crazy mails in the Monsoon project. We have some stuff that's for sale, which I'll be going over a little bit in probably the next video. This video is going to be more showing this clutch, and then just kind of like overview, giving you a couple insights as far as what we've hit. I may walk over to the other room. So we actually finally now have 2 separate rooms. I don't know if you guys remember. Back a while ago, I kept saying, hey, look, I'm added on this room. I'm going to move the geckos out to the small room, and we're going to have 2, ball python rooms. We're going to have an adult room that's only females, and then we're going to have a hatchling room that has our incubator, has our, all of our hatchlings that we hit, and then also our males. So that way we can keep them separate from the breeding females. And we actually have that done now. So that is completely done. We still have some more things, like I'm going to be putting a tub sink in this room right next to me over here, and then I'm also going to be putting a tub sink in that room. I need to put another TV over there because I do like, whenever I'm cleaning, I like to toss on a show. It just seems to go by a lot faster, especially when you have 120, 150 babies that you got to clean at a time, or more than that. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of how things are going here. It's going really good. We've got everybody situated and separated. And like I said, I'll kind of run over there real quick after we get in with this clutch and just show you a few hatchlings and give you some, like, maybe, what's for sale, because there are a couple of things that I am going to be selling that haven't sold already. A lot of stuff is already sold. Again, that's my bad for not keeping you guys updated. I know I used to have a really loyal following on here, and you guys really helped me make my first big sales into the community just by having you guys on YouTube. Like, I remember that. I sold my first 2 deals on here that made me more than $2 grand, and that was because of you guys. So anyway, I want to say thank you for the support. We're going to bring all you guys back and some. Like I said, we're doing a schedule. It's going to be posting on here twice a week. One will be like a smaller video, like a clutch cutting. The other one will be like a longer video like this, me talking to you guys, showing you things. And then, if you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, even Facebook, those will be posted on as well. We're really making a push because, again, I've been slacking very hard. I still have the footage from going to see Bob's facility from last season and Justin's facility from last season that I need to post, that I'm going to be posting next. And yeah, anyway, guys, let's turn this camera around and let's show you what we got here. So I am beyond excited, guys. I got to say that with a little more like oomph behind it. This is my first clutch to produce the triple visual Hypo DG puzzle combo. It just so happens that female was a chocolate, sorry you guys hopefully can see that. The female was a chocolate inchy Hypo double at DG puzzle female. The male was our stud male that I keep telling you guys about, our chocolate Hypo double at DG puzzle. 7 beautiful eggs, great embryos, great strong veins. I am over the freaking moon, guys, over the moon. So everything will be Hypo, so we don't have to test there. And then obviously we're really just shooting doublet to doublet, and you guys know, we can have really shitty odds doublet to doublet, or we could, potentially get really lucky. I've seen people, hit 4 or 5 double visuals out of a clutch like this out of 7. I've seen people hit 0, that being me. I've hit a lot of zero double visuals and a lot of 0 visuals off of head-to-heads. So anyway, we're just going to play the game, guys. That's all you can do. You know, at the end of the day, this will be the biggest clutch cutting on this channel or anywhere I've ever done. And hey, maybe we get lucky. Maybe this stud male that has been doing really, really good for us, that we hit 3 double visual hets out of a visual het to visual double het clutch. Maybe he'll pull through and give us our very first triple visual Hypo DG puzzle animal. Would be amazing if it's a male. It'd be amazing if it's an all junior, as we all would want. I would love to hit a super chocolate inchy Hypo DG puzzle male. I'm speaking it into existence, putting my fist down. We want that animal. Excuse my language, but I don't give a shit. I am so excited about this clutch. We want that animal, and we're gonna speak it into existence. Now, anyway, I'm gonna get this taken care of here. I'm gonna take you into the other room. Again, we're not gonna be on there long, but I am gonna be putting some pressing seal on these and go ahead and tossing this on, getting them in the incubator. We have a lot of clutches in the incubator, guys, that you're gonna see. We have a female right here that's due any day now. Right here. That is our pin Hypo Clown. She will also be available after she lays. As you can see, she is thick. She's about to pop them out any second, like probably later today. And yeah, that's gonna be really cool. So that pin Hypo Clown female went to our pastel zebra het clown, which will be some really cool holdbacks. Hopefully we miss a lot on the pin. Pastel, I'm not too worried about. Then we have another clutch that's dropping down here. That's for Pokey's animal. And this girl right here is our Xanthic, or Pokey's Xanthic Clown Posset DG, bred to our Clown Double Het Monsoon Desert Ghost. You know, if she proves, we could hit a DG Clown Double Het Xanthic Monsoon. Could be crazy. But yeah, that girl's about to go. Then we have another couple other girls over here. I think we have 1 or 2 over here. We still have about roughly 15 clutches to go, which is crazy because I think we're going to pass 45 clutches this season, which is absolutely wild. So anyway, guys, let's walk over here. I've been cleaning up the shop a lot. I know it still looks like a lot, but there's a ton that went and got put into storage. So we got the boat put in here. I actually can walk in here now. Funny story, guys. All this ductwork that you see up here, this was all had to be changed again. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I bought the HVAC unit and I changed out the mini split. I paid about $8 grand to get the 3-ton unit brought in here that my dad had in his old rent house that he let me have. Like I said, paid the HVAC guy about $8 grand to get everything, the inside unit, outside unit, all the ductwork ran for the rodent facility in there that you guys really haven't seen a lot of yet. You know, paid all that money, and of course it was used, it was old. Sure enough, a year later, this was about, I don't know, a month ago, I walk in here, the AC unit in here is 8 degrees hot. It's 7 degrees hot in here, and 7 degrees hot in here, and 10 degrees hot in the rodent room over there. And I'm like, holy crap, call him. He's like, yeah, man, let me come check it. He checked it, it's got a leak in the coil, is also the compressor was going bad. So luckily, I replaced, or I had a 5-ton outdoor unit that I used in my old house before we moved into the new house. So it was sitting underneath the barn. Well, you know, that was just the start of the issue. I mean, I guess the solution at that point. We brought the 5-ton unit, you know, the outside unit over. I had to buy the inside unit that's above here that's powering the system now. And then I also had to hire an electrician to come out because, you know, it was just going to be too much work for my dad and I to do. Hired an electrician to come out, and we had to upgrade the wiring all the way down to the breaker, which all in all cost me about $6,000, guys. So just when I thought I was getting ahead, we actually sold the chocolate Hypo DG Het puzzle female to Clayton. Just when I thought I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finally getting ahead. I'm making a little bit of money. My first really, you know, decent sized sale. Of course, I get hit with the $6,000 bill. I ended up selling the Leopard Mojave Monsoon Het DG boy for a very, very good price to the individual who bought it. End of the day, I needed the money, and just is what it is. You know, that's kind of how the world works. It seems like you finally get, you know, one step in front of the other, and then you take 2 steps back. So that's just how it is. You know, can't complain. I had to get AC in here. I mean, we're talking, it was the middle of summer here. I mean, we're 100 degrees, and if I didn't have AC in this room or in these rooms together, all these animals would have died. You know, so I mean, that's the beauties of owning reptiles at a higher level and having a facility and things that people don't tell you about. You know, they always say, oh my gosh, you know, you got the money, you're doing this, you're doing that. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, that money is coming from somewhere, and that money's coming out of my bank account that I have to spend that I didn't really want to spend. I didn't have. I had to sell animals to afford that because, you know, obviously, as you know, we buy things we want and we invest in things, and we don't think about, you know, worst case scenarios all the time. You know, I mean, I had some money sitting aside, but I didn't have $6 grand sitting aside for an HVAC unit that I just put in last year. So anyway, is what it is. Everything's running great now. As you can see, this room is slowly but surely getting there. This will be a tub sink here, just a little table now. I got to run the water line. We have our incubator. This back here will be an office. It has some car parts, some tires and stuff, and some wheels over there. That will be an office. I've got a desk that's sitting outside for that. This is our male rack. This is our first hatchling rack, our second hatchling rack, and our third hatchling rack. I mean, we've been selling a crap out of animals right now because I just need to get them moved. If I didn't sell the way I'm selling right now, like just getting rid of stuff, this whole rack would be dang near full. So we would have 1, 2, 3 racks. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clutches with that other one in there. 9 clutches in here. We just pulled 3 clutches down here and put them in tubs. As you can see, this is me keeping track of just in this side since we've moved. So just since we've moved in here, which hasn't even been a month really, we've got 3, 6, 7, 8 clutches, and that's I think we've got 6 in there on that wall, and then I didn't account for the other like 14. That was before I started putting them on the wall. We got a lot of clutches, guys, and we've got a lot more to come. So anyway, just want to show you. I know this is more going to be a longer video of me chatting and stuff, but again, you guys deserve it. I've been MIA, and we're going to slowly try and catch back up to where you guys know exactly what we got going on here. So just for instance, I'll show you. Look at this little guy. This right here is our Krypton Desert Ghost Het Monsoon boy. Absolute wild animal we produced. He will be staying here. But we did end up hitting, and I haven't gone in here, and so this is one of them, but I haven't gone in here and labeled them yet. We ended up hitting 3 Krypton Double Het Monsoon Desert Ghost males. And this is one of them. As you can see here, he's an absolute showstopper. I mean, just look at the pattern. I know it's hard to tell because this camera's being a little weird, but absolute beast. So all 3 of these will be for sale. So if you're interested and you need a really nice male for your monsoon project, I can send you the screenshot from Charlie. Like I said, shed tested this whole entire clutch 19. We ended up hitting a female that we're going to hold back. So we had a female Krypton Double Het Monsoon Desert Ghost. We had a male DG Krypton Het Monsoon. And like I said, 3 male Krypton Double Het DG Monsoon. So if you need a male, I'll make you a really good deal. Especially if you're watching here and you see this, hit me up. Again, I want to get back on the train where you guys, I can hook you up with some really good deals and, working through YouTube more. So hit me up if you need anything there. I'm not going to sell a female, but I am potentially going to sell this girl right here. This girl right here is a Triple Het Monsoon DG Clown female. We produced her about, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks ago now, and she's taken about 4 meals for us. And I'm either going to sell her right now, or I'm going to keep her and hold her back and just add her to the army. So if you guys are interested and you need a really nice female, this girl was also shed tested through Charlie. That clutch was actually 66% Het Monsoon, so we ended up hitting like 4 Het Monsoons out of 6 eggs. So yeah, anyway, this girl is available if you guys need a female for the project. As far as everything else goes, man, up here we're pretty much done. I've made some really good sales. I've sold some animals that I really didn't want to sell. Actually, hold on, scratch that. Last female that we do have for sale right here, she left us a surprise in there, is a very, very good looking female DG Hypo Het Puzzle. So this girl is available. Obviously not going to be cheap. We did sell the female to Clayton for $8,000. So that was a chocolate Hypo DG Het Puzzle female. There's nothing on Morph Market female wise. I just pulled her down because I want to get some new pictures of her. But if you're interested and you want a really, really nice female for your puzzle project, Hypo DG puzzle project, hit me up. Again, she won't go cheap, but I will make you a deal, the best deal I can make. And yeah, anyway, like I said, I don't really need her because we held back 5 females so far. We held back a triple het female. We held back 2 visual puzzle double het females. And then we have a chocolate DG double het hypo puzzle up there that we held back as well. So if you're interested in a really, really, really nice female that's not on market, hit me up there. Everything else is, I'm not going to show it because it's still in shed, but we have a really cool looking pastel GHI Jaguar Krypton that is available. So if you guys are interested in a male, we ended up hitting him. Funny story, I didn't realize the Jaguar locked, but I guess it did lock that female. And we ended up losing there was 4 eggs. We ended up losing 3 eggs to mold. Which I usually don't have. I've never really had that happen, but they just spread like wildfire, and I don't know if the eggs were just weak veined. Anyway, we only hit 1, so we have a male. He's really cool looking, actually. As you can see right here, he's a very good looking snake. So that is a male pastel GHI Jaguar Krypton. So if you're interested in him, hit me up. He'll go cheap. Like I said, I was hoping for a female, but it is what it is. Then we have a clutch for some really cool calico clown stuff that we hit from our clown clutches. And then we actually have, I'm pretty sure we have, I don't know yet because they're really dark, which is crazy to me. And the only male that I've taken this female to, unless it was last season, was our chocolate hypo WDG puzzle. We hit 9 really wild eggs. I think 8 out of the 9 are chocolate. The female may be super chocolate. I don't know. I'm going to test her because I was looking at some pictures. I had a couple buddies that were like, man, she looks like she potentially a chocolate inchy DG. So I was like, okay, well, let me test her. So I'm going to test her to check. I mean, she could be chocolate. She's definitely different. But we hit some really crazy animals here. So it looks like we hit 2 to 3 visual DGs. 2 of them are chocolate inchy DGs. The other one's just a chocolate DG. They're all head hypo, and they're all posset puzzle. So there'll be 9 eggs. And we'll be selling everything but maybe 1 female. So if you guys are interested in some really cool hypo DG puzzle stuff, let me know. I'll probably test everything that is visual DG. So like if a male comes out and it's just chocolate and it's definitely not DG, I'm probably not going to test it because it's 100% at hypo, 100% at DG, and then posset puzzle. So you guys can test them yourself there. And the males aren't going to bring near as much as females unless they're visual DG. So anyway, guys, I'm going to quit talking. Again, all the males over here, we have a lot of really stacked males here right now. This video is already over 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cut it now. But guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me through all the stuff, all the ups and downs of this channel. We were rolling really good at one point, and then we just kind of dumped off. I got lazy. And anyway, guys, I just appreciate all the support. And please like, share, comment, subscribe. And yeah, man, I'm telling you guys, you have so much more to see. You have no idea. We're going to show the roto facility next. We're going to show some more babies. We'll show some more clutch cuttings. I actually cut 2 clutches yesterday, so those will be going up on the channel next week. And yeah, I think this video will probably end up going on Friday of the following week. So I'm recording this a week early just so I have some good video to go out. So anyway, guys, well, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.